Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I am Cari Muggs, and each week I pull a card out of a deck and tell you what symbols to watch for and what's coming up for the week. Now, the reason why that seems so hard is because I've done that part a bazillion times this morning and totally messed it up. So it's going to go. Whatever comes out now is whatever's going to come out. So this is the deck that I pull that we're using right now. It's called the Shaman's Dream. It is by Alberto Villado and Colette Baron Reed. So I love this deck. It does seem, some of the cards have a lot of symbolism to them. So I like the simpler ones just because it's easier to watch for, but it is what it is. It's the deck that Spirit wanted me to use, that was called to, and the cards seem to fit everybody during whoever's listening during that week. So this week is the Sky Dancers Surrender. So this is really cool because I think, this is my opinion, the Sky Dancers are angels. Or see, look, I love the butterfly effect or the dragonfly effect, obviously, and the butterfly wings. Also the sun, it could be the sun or the moon. And also the colors are beautiful in this too. Added butterflies for new beginnings, new transformations. So this week or last week, there was something going on, or there's something that you've been rehashing and thinking about doing or thinking to go forward with. And there's some nervousness or there's some scariness. And this actually really fits with me this week too. So there's nervousness and there's scariness to move forward, and you kind of know what the answer is already, or you kind of have been like debating and you've put everything in place, you've done the work. And so this isn't just like surrender, like sit on your couch and just let whatever happen. This is something that you've thought about a lot. This is something that you've worked hard at a lot. This is something that you've been struggling with a lot. And now is the time to either just do it, or now is the time to not let it go, because we never let anything really go, right? But now is the time to honor your decision, honor the moving forward, honor the healing, honor whatever it is, and surrender the rest to Spirit. It's almost like you've done what you can. You've analyzed, you've done all the things. And so now it's time for you to just trust in your decision, trust that you're guided, trust that you're going in the right direction. And now it's time to just let go of the oars, maybe, or maybe you were paddling upstream and it's been super, super hard. And so you just feel like you're getting nowhere. And so now maybe it's time to let go of the paddles and just float downstream for a minute. That's what I think surrendering is. You know, so many times in life we feel like we're just paddling upstream the whole time, and it seems like it's hard and we're not getting where we're supposed to be. And sometimes when we just let go of the oars and just guide, let the boat go downstream for a minute. And I think that that's what this card's trying to tell us. This week, just surrender. Now, a lot of people take surrendering as, okay, I'm gonna let Spirit decide, whatever happens, which can somewhat be true, but we've got to own it. We've got to do our part. We've got to, and I don't know if I probably have told the key story a bazillion times, but it's when you ask Spirit, like let's say you lost your keys and you're like, okay, Spirit, I need help finding my keys. And you sit your butt on the couch and you're just like, it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. You've got to put in the work. You've got to look. You've got to get up and put your effort in. So then Spirit knows, okay, looking for the keys. Let's lead them in the right direction. Let's whisper in their ears. Let's maybe move them. Let's do what we can. And that's what it is. So a lot of times we can't just be like, we can be like, okay, I'm just gonna let whatever happen. But it's, that's for a lot of us, that's like almost impossible because we have to have some sort of control, right? We have to own it. We have to own some of our decisions that we make. So this card is not saying just forget about all the things and let it happen by itself. It's just saying you have put your time into it. You have really mulled it over. You have really stayed up at nights. You have really been put to the test. And now it's time to take a deep breath, and you've done the work. So now it's time for you to let it go or surrender it to Spirit. It's almost like when you're little and your mom and dad, like there's this toy that you want at the store, and your parents say, okay, you save all the money you can, or you save half the money, and then we'll meet you there, or we'll give you the rest. It's kind of like that. So it is time for you to surrender to the angels or to the sky dancers. So to me, any kind of symbolism this week to see would be butterflies, wings, probably the sun or the moon. I would take both. There's orbs in this too. Also dancers, dancing of some sort, you know, like, I don't know. You know how this works. Yeah, you know how this works. So dancers would be good. Blue would be good. Here's another thing I want you guys to know too. There is this thing on Earth, or it has a name to it, but I'm not sure what it's called. But if we are like, okay, I want to buy a red Mazda 3, then we're going to start seeing lots of red Mazda 3s, right? These signs are a little bit different. Now we can say, oh, I'm going to look for butterflies and see butterflies. Here's what I want you to know the difference, okay? When you are asking for answers, or when you are asking for signs and symbols, I want you to notice how you feel when it happens, or how, like, you'll feel it, or you'll just, I don't know how to explain it, but if you say, okay, I want to see a bunch of feathers, and you go to a place where there's a bazillion feathers, or you see, there's a difference between, and I don't know exactly how to explain it, so I want you to practice it, okay? If I sit up here every week and say, okay, look for this and look for this and look for this, more than likely, you're probably going to find it, right? So I want it to happen organically. I want you to not look for it. I want you to know what the symbols are, but I want you to live your life and do the things you need to do. And then I want things out of the blue to just be like, oh my gosh, like you just know, like something hits you and you get butterflies in your stomach, and no pun intended, and you're just like, okay, I know that was an answer, because you will. You just will. There's a difference between putting out there what cards you want to see and getting answers from your ancestors and loved ones. And you know it. You just got to know it. Does that make sense? But just know this too. If you are in a state of loss and have had a huge loss recently, and your grief puts you at a lower frequency, it is a little harder to know that's really it. And you do second guess a lot. So give yourself some grace, and just know that most of the time, if you've had a recent loss, most of the time it is your loved ones reaching out to you. So don't be so hard on yourself, okay? So also 4s and 8s, which are pretty awesome, because 4 means your angels, your sky dancers, are around you, watching over you. And 888 means abundance, lots of abundance. And it doesn't mean financial. It can be, but it can also mean abundance of love, abundance of friendship, abundance of, whatever it is that you're going through, or whatever it is, abundance of gratitude, abundance of knowing. Just know that it's an abundance of something. So there. Hope that helps. Hope that helps you this week. Just remember, you've done the work. You've done the work. You're not just saying, oh, make up the decision for me, because Spirit can't make the decision for you. You have to own it. You have to make your own choices, and Spirit can guide you. But more than likely, you have done the work, and Spirit's saying, okay, you've done the work. We're meeting you halfway. So now it's time for you to trust in what you've decided, and we'll take care of the rest. So I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing week, and I will talk to you next week.